Hi, I'm Lee Partridge and welcome back to Col U TV. It's our midweek show and we've got plenty to get through on the show this evening, including revealing the Academy Goal of the Month and looking at a feature with Samson Tavidi and Junior Shamadou with the Academy. But first, the only place really that we can start is going back to Saturday's excellent result against Leyton Orient and then the thoughts of Ben Garner to follow.
Ben, I think you enjoyed the celebrations when that equaliser went in.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it's always nice to score late, but especially when you deserve it. You know, we deserved at least a point out of the game. So, fantastic spirit, togetherness. We kept going, and I thought we were the better side for large spells of the game.
They kept going. Let you into a little secret. I thought when Satiriou scores that second goal, it's game up. After all, you're away from home against Leyton Orient and you've been struggling to score goals. So that kind of puts the fight back in some kind of context.
Yeah, I mean, there was a break in play after they'd scored with the second goal, and we just got the lads in and said, look, just get one. Just focus on getting one. If we get one, everything can turn, and that proved to be the case. You know, a really good set piece and then a brilliant goal by Chile. You know, fantastic. And MJ's almost won it in the dying seconds there as well. So, as I say, at least we deserved. As I say, we kept going. We had first 20 minutes of the second half, but we were excellent. Just needed the goal. Had good opportunities to get it, didn't take it, and then you go 2 down against the run of play at that time. But we kept going. You know,
you must have had a smidgen of doubt at that point when Satiriou beat O'Hara at his near post. It's just going to be one of those days where you're equal against the other side, but they're getting the breaks and you weren't.
Yeah, but you have to keep going, and credit to the lads. They've, since I've walked in the door, their application in training, their intensity, their willingness to work for each other has been top draw, and that's what got us to that point, and almost free. So that's a really good platform for us, but now we want to build on that.
Yeah, let's talk about the last few minutes. First of all, Connor Hall gives you hope, and it's a well-worked set piece.
Yeah, really good goal. We're pleased with that. We've worked hard on the set pieces this week. Brilliant, great ball in, perfect area, and a really good header from Connor. And like I say, that gave us life. It made them probably a bit nervous, and we pushed on and got the equaliser we deserved. And
Noah Chilvers has got an equaliser with a sumptuous shot, and yet a minute earlier he's hit it even better and beats the keeper just wide of the target. He's got quality, hasn't he?
He has. He's really good coming onto the game like that, and I thought the one before, like you, I thought he'd gone in. You know, it was a wonderful strike, and when we broke on the last one at the time, I thought he maybe should have slid Junior 1v1, but he chopped, come in, and brilliant finish off his left foot.
So here's the little secret, because I've been doing this for quite a long time. I've seen some fairly sensational fight backs, though that's right up there. And then what happens is the other side go up the other end and ruin it all by getting a third. and they nearly did. And who pops up on the line? Connor Hall.
Yeah, done great. We should have defended the initial part of that better, but we made obviously changes and weren't as tight on the rolls, and that would have been really harsh. So really pleased that we saw that through, and then we went up the other end, and I thought MJ had won it for us. So great game, really good point. Important that we build on it.
It's great for the fans, and you must have enjoyed the celebrations at the end, because that really was a terrific away following.
Yeah, loved it. I thought they were brilliant from start to finish. Fantastic. We could go and celebrate something with them. I would have loved it to have been 3 points, because we could have easily have had that. But no, thank you to everyone that come. Brilliant support, and hopefully we can have many more good away days together.
It turned out in the end to be a great afternoon for the lads, with Ben picking up his first point as head coach. And that's our 5th game on the spin, playing a team in the top 6. And I think you'll agree we've competed in each and every one of those games. It should give plenty of confidence going into this weekend's game against Tranmere Rovers. More on that a bit later on. But let's get the thoughts from Saturday's man of the match, Connor Hall.
Connor, what a dramatic finish to the game.
Yeah, it was very dramatic, but I think we deserved it. I thought we played really well at times in that game, and obviously to be 2-0 down, I don't think we should have been 2-0 down, but never say die attitude. That's what we've got to have now till the end of the season, and that's what we showed out there.
Yeah, I've just been listening to Richie Wellens, the Leyton Orient manager, doing local radio for them, and very complimentary about your side, about that. He said you deserved to get something out of the game.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, spot on. We definitely did. I thought we played really well at times. Done some really good stuff. We've worked really hard on the training pitch the last 2 weeks, and it's showing out on the pitch. Again, still just fine-tuning little things in between both boxes. But look, we got there in the end. We got our 2 goals, and we managed to draw the game, which obviously is a positive.
Head coach Ben Garner was emphatic. It wasn't a penalty that Fikret Keller did not foul his man.
Yeah, I don't think it was either.
Did you have a good view?
I didn't really have the best of view because he was in front of me. I don't think it was. I think the fans behind the goal made a lot of noise and convinced the ref to give a penalty. That's the way it goes. That's how it's going for us at the minute. Little things like that.
When Rule Satiriou beat Kieran at his near post, did you think, even though we've been as good as this lot today, did you begin to think I'm not going to get anything out of this?
Again, yeah, like I was there. The ball's come into him. I felt that I've got a good connection on it. It's ricocheted straight into his path, and he's gone through and scored. And you just think like it just sums the day up for us. But again, we didn't give up. We kept going, and we got a reward. You
needed the lifeline, didn't you? And it needed to end that run of no goals in 9.5 hours. And you get it at the near post.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you've got to make runs in the box. You've got to beat your man. Luckily, I managed to do that, and MJ's placed it perfectly for me, and I've managed to loop it in the back post and get us back in the game.
And then it's Noah Chilvers, because I thought he'd equalised a minute before he actually did.
Yeah, look, he's a good player. He likes to take people on. He's really positive, and he's deserved his goal, and it was a great strike.
Even then, though, Leyton Orient go up the other end. Looks like they're going to ruin the whole fight back, and you somehow clear it off the line.
Yeah, that's what you're paid to do. You got to keep the ball out your net.
Better than that, it was better than that.
Look, you got to keep it out your net. And
but you were almost under the bar when you got your head to the ball.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to, if the ball goes over my head, I like to get back onto the line if it's that close, and just to give the keeper one side to deal with, and I can deal with the other side, and that's exactly what happened. I was the other side and managed to get it over the bar.
It would have been cruel, having mounted that fabulous fight back, not to have got something out of that game.
It would have been, yeah, but that's how football goes. That you score, you got to be on it again. You got to be switched on. We're all out there when we scored the second goal saying switch on, stay switched on. The game isn't finished yet, and that's the key moments. That's why. Yeah,
a couple more from me. Did you enjoy celebrating the draw with the fans at the end of the game, because their support was terrific?
Yeah, without a doubt, we did. The fans were absolutely brilliant from the minute we stepped out on the pitch for the warm up, and like we said in there, it'd be nice to give them something finally after a long run. And like they played their part, and we certainly played our part for them.
And I know that the teams below you have done rather well this afternoon in terms of their games, but this has got to give you a whole heap of momentum going into your next game.
Yeah, it does. I think we've played the teams now that are right up there. We've got past that stage now. So it's now about beating the teams in and around us, and I think reflection on not just this game, previous games as well, we're more than good enough to go out and give a great performance and get 3 points.
So the first goal there for your man of the match, as chosen by you, the fans, Connor, and what a time to get it. Not to mention that superb, fantastic goal line clearance near the end of the game. He'll be delighted with his personal performance and the point for the team. And it gives us something to build on for this weekend's action against Tranmere. Right, on to the Academy, goal of the month now, and it was a tightly contested competition with 4 great strikes, but you've chosen Donnell Thomas as your favourite, and let's take a look at that goal again. A brilliant strike there from Donnell, and hopefully we'll be seeing plenty more of those goals across the rest of this season as we continue the Academy's goal of the month. Another man who had a strike early in his footballing career, in fact it was his debut goal, was Samson Tavidi. He hit that wonder goal against Doncaster Rovers, similar to They Think It's All Over It Is Now, Jeff Hurst in the World Cup final, the strike of course. That was earlier in the season with a 3-0 win here at the JobServe Community Stadium. He was on hand with the Academy groups, under 8s and under 9s, to try and recreate that strike, along with Junior Shamadou. Let's take a look at how they all got on. A great evening for those young lads, and hopefully they'll be able to take something away from that. And good to see Samson and Junior doing some work with the Academy, and good for those young lads to see Academy products like Samson and Junior being able to get into the first team. Gives them something to inspire to. Away from the Academy now, and you may have seen that Frank Newblade departed the club last week. Always a fan's favourite at the club. He formed a bond with the supporters and enjoyed plenty of good times in a used shirt. He was here in the studio to talk to David Gregory about his Col U career and what may lie ahead for himself.
Frank, we've heard today that you're leaving Colchester United for now, and must be a bittersweet moment about what's coming next.
Yeah, first and foremost, I've had a great time at this club. I think a stretch of 4 to 5 years. Hope I'm not getting the numbers wrong there, but it's been a long time. Obviously left and come back. The last couple of months have been difficult for me personally, not playing and being involved. So, coming to an agreement to, call my time and end to an end here, something that's a bit bittersweet, but at the same time, with everything you've got to move on and new challenges are ahead for me.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of challenges at a lot of different places.
Yeah.
So moving around in football isn't going to be something new to you, but you still must feel that Frank Newblade's got something to give football.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I'm 31, 32, come the summer. So, personally, I know I've still got a lot to give. Listen, every manager and higher up in all clubs have decisions to make. And maybe my decision was made for me not to, feature as many games as possible. as I wanted to. Sorry. So I've got to make the decision as well with the club, just to make things classy and honourable. And if I have to move on, I move on, and that's the case now. All I care about, while about this club anyway, is for the club to do well. Even when I've not played, I've always supported the boys, so nothing's going to change. I've left now, and I'll come back for sure and support the team wherever is playing. Hopefully, it'll be boys that are young now but carrying on to have a great career ahead of themselves. So I'm looking forward to the future.
Yeah, and just going back now, you joined us in the summer of 2018, first of all,
Yeah.
and enjoyed 2 very, very profitable and productive seasons for you in terms of you were almost an ever-present, and we finished 8th and 6th in the league.
Yes, yeah. Great times. Obviously signed, I think, with a few players, Harry Pell and Luke Norris, in the same window. And we came to the team, I think, that was already doing well. But at the same time, I think we added something to it. And we had a great year. Just missed out on the last day, I think, against Lincoln. We won a game, and I think Newport might have won. And then the following year, it was the COVID year, playoffs.
The shortened one, yeah.
Yeah, but we played Man United as well in the cup, which is unbelievable to think that actually happened. That cup run, playing Spurs here at home. Yeah, I've had big moments at this club. I've really enjoyed it, considering we're a League Two side and a relatively small team compared to a lot of teams in our league. I think we had a lot of good times, and that's something I'll always be proud about.
Yeah, and obviously at the end of that season, I mean, you already knew before we came back for the playoffs that you wouldn't be here the following season.
Yes.
But you weren't away for long at Plymouth, and then you were back in the January transfer window on loan initially.
Yeah, that was a tough time, that, to be honest with you. Knowing that a few of us weren't getting extended, the likes of me, Ryan Jackson, and Comley, and someone else, I can't remember, Prosser, captain. It was tough because obviously we played quite a lot of games in that year, and we've done quite well. So, but things happened, and the chairman and the club made the decision that they couldn't, give us deals. But then obviously finally I came back after leaving to go to Plymouth. We had a good time there at Plymouth, but I always felt like I had stuff, the unfinished business, to come back and do well here. But come back a situation where the club weren't doing so great in the league table, but we survived that year. And even moments like that were good moments to remember, because when you come out of the mud with a team and players that you've played with over a number of years, if you feel satisfied, you feel like you've done it, it's a job well done, especially because the fans couldn't come to the stadium. And now they can obviously enjoy the league and hopefully, progress with the new manager now on board. Hopefully they can keep going forward. That's what you want.
Yeah. You mentioned that Manchester United game. Was that the main highlight of being at Colchester United, or were there other individual days or occasions that you can think of?
Yeah, listen, if you look at the goals I've scored for the club, the goals are ridiculous, isn't it? My highlight reel is a joke. I've scored some great goals, so every goal I've scored, I would always say is a highlight. I've not been a guy that scored lots of goals in my career, but the goals I have scored have always been quite good ones and good finishes and important goals. I think I've scored a lot of important goals for the club and been involved in big moments. So I definitely say Man United is up there, if in the top 3 moments of my time here, easily. I mean, not many League Two teams play in a quarterfinal. Well, was it quarterfinal? Yeah, quarterfinal of a Carabao Cup. So a great experience. That team was a real good team. So really proud of that year.
Brilliant. Thanks, Frank, and good luck.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Some nice words and thoughts there from Frank. And of course, we wish him the best for his future footballing career. A look at what's to come over the next few days in and around Colchester United. The first team hosts Tranmere Rovers this weekend. Tickets are available to purchase from Col U Tickets for that one. The under-21s host Watford at Malden on Friday afternoon, and tickets will be available on the gate for that. And the under-18s host Barnsley at Florence Park on Saturday, and we'll have more reaction and information on that in next week's show. That's about it for the show, for the midweek show for this week. I'll be back on Saturday afternoon ahead of the Tranmere game. But until then, whatever you're up to, have a great week, and I'll see you very, very soon. Until then, it's goodbye for now.